Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to morning drawings. So today we are going where we left off, which is drawing the texture on these things, and hopefully that gets us everywhere. Um, yeah. So that's the thing that I'm gonna be doing today. Whoa, 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 whoa. Still a little bit early, but I woke up and then I realized like, I kind of forgot about, that I did not have my telephone with the alarm on my position, which caused a little bit of hiccup. But I'm happy that I'm now here. So let's get started on this bad boy. So yeah, most of the problems that the most of the problems I'm now dealing with is just casual, old-fashioned me doing this. Is this? Yes, this is all right, cool. Now I need to do again, get rid of the mask because otherwise I cannot see stuff. Now I can draw over it. I don't need to zoom in that big. I need to zoom in like right over that. That's enough. It's always hard for me to get proportions right and all that stuff. The main issue that I'm now dealing with is like I want to draw something and then I'm like not be able to draw it. It's like, what? How am I not supposed to be able to draw it? It takes so long to get used to shapes, and that's annoying. I must say myself, it's really annoying that I'm not able to draw. If I would be able to draw a horse, for instance, that would be fine with me, but no. Apparently my mind says, no, you cannot draw a horse. How dare you draw a horse? And then I need to learn how to draw a horse all over again, because I never knew how to draw a horse. So yeah, my mind is a little bit out of motivation right now, and that sucks. That sucks balls when it comes to drawing things. Especially when it comes to drawing things that are not natural towards your kind of point of view. So I could draw a dinosaur, that's doable, but drawing a horse? Oh hell no. That's a difficult choice. I just need to take my time upon drawing, so don't worry about it. I just need to take time here. Oh, there you go. Find it. I found it. Jeez Louise. Yeah. That took way too long. It doesn't help also that that I went to the barber today and or yesterday, and there's a lot of hair coming off it. Well, the tiny little hairs, and they're now all around me. They're in my clothes, they're in my bed, so that's always a problem. Because I was too lazy to go, take a shower yesterday. Oh well. No, it happens. It happens. At least I saw The Lion King 2.5 again, or 1.5 again. So that's still a good one. I really like the humor in it. Ah, good old fashioned way of dealing with that. I know that, for instance, all the most of the movies that I saw back in the day, they're still good to watch. Especially the bonus content in it. It actually gives a lot of fun stuff. But yeah, today I'm just actually working on this thing, and then hopefully, you know, this will work out fine. I think it will. I have fully faith in it. I put faith into it. So yeah. So yeah, we need to figure out how to do this and how to do that, and then, you know, work our way up. And then once this is done, I can then start with, I guess, coloring this, and then hopefully see how well that goes. I think so. So yeah, it's a lot of work. Don't get me wrong. This is a lot of work, but it is a good work. It's a good amount of work that does get things done. And this, of course, is a total different kind of thing to draw than, I don't know. If I would draw a scorpion, that would have been way different than this. Drawing a scorpion actually causes a lot of, you know, less. It does cause issues on the tail. It does not cause issues on the claws or the head itself. I tried it once. I tried to draw a scorpion, and looks pretty well done. So, well, that was back in the day when I did not know how to use this tablet properly. So probably that is still looking ugly, but eh. You know, if you ever want to be judgy about your own art, that's good. That's actually quite good, because if you judge upon your own art, you know how to, you can improve, and you know where to improve. You just need to not be bummed down by it, because, you know, it's just a learn. It's just a, you just saw your own mistakes. Well, better go get and fix them in the next time you draw. Because, you know, you always have problems. You always have problems. Either it is, you know, lighting or the coloring or whatever it is that makes it not that great as as you want it to be. That can be fixed. That can be fixed later on. Can be fixed now. You just have to be real with yourself. Like, oh no, it happened again. What do I do? And then, you know, you ask yourself about that big giant question. And then, you know, eventually it all ends up well. And I'm very happy upon what I did. I'm very happy upon what I am doing. And all this stuff, all this lovely, you know, stuff, all these drawings. The funny thing is, actually, most of the drawings and most of the projects, I actually, you know, put them into a playlist just to make sure that, you know, everybody can watch it properly. And then you can see, like, where I started and how far I'm already at. Of course, you know, I also did a lot of drawing back in the day. I actually drew at the start of 6, I believe. Yeah, I did. So yeah, even though, you know, I might not be the best of it, I might not be the best at it, I still improve. And that really helps me. If I improve upon my own art, that means that, you know, I can get things better, I can get further, I can get easier, I can get all the stuff I want. So yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Improve upon myself. Improve upon what I did, improve upon what I do, improve upon what I make, and then, you know, work with that. And this is all the start of, you know, a new beginning. This is all the start of, you know, me drawing. And as you can see, the best way to start a drawing is by looking at something. Looking at the whole damn picture is a very important thing. You see improvement, you see mistakes. If you ignore the mistakes, you don't improve. But if you see the mistakes and you acknowledge them and then improve upon them later, so on a new drawing, for instance, then your mistakes will get lessened. Also, trying to fix your mistakes is a good way to learn also how to get rid of them. The only downside is it is normally taking a lots of ridiculous amount of time before you're able to fix them. So yeah, that's a thing that I always deal with, like, I have this problem, how do I fix it? And then I'm like 2 hours later, it's not even done yet. It's like, holy shit, that takes too much time. So yeah, a lot of problems that occur do occur most of the times in sequels. So you have a problem, you have to deal with it, and the way to deal with it is to solve the problem. It's like a little puzzle, everything just falls apart if you don't put it in the right place. That's why it's always very important to acknowledge the problem and then figure out what to do with it. There are multiple solutions to a problem. Normally, the fastest is the easiest one. But not always. Not always, not always, not always. Sometimes the problem lies in your art style. Sometimes the problem lies within the skills you gained, with the experience. Sometimes it's inexperience that causes the problem to occur. Because you never did something, it does, because you never did something, you kind of, well, have a problem with it. You never knew how to fix your problem, therefore, you don't know how to fix it. So you need to find out how to do it, and that will take like a lot of time. But in the end, of course, you're better off. Because inexperience can be solved by experience. Duh. A problem in the art style can be solved by either lowering your art style or work around with it. So changing your art style or getting changes to it, like for instance here, I might have like these kind of textures on it, but I also have these kind of textures on it. Hold on. Yes, here. So there are two different textures that I'm using. I'm using detailed textures for the skin, and I'm using undetailed textures for the body and the armor, which creates this new effect on it. It creates this more, well, not realistic, but semi-realistic point of view, and it creates a new kind of look to it. Of course, I'm just experimenting with it, but maybe I can use it. Maybe I know how to use it. And then, I can use it to improve. And yes, this might cause a little bit of trouble, and this is why, I'm a really fan of drawing textures. I'm actually quite a fan of, drawing skills and all that stuff. Feathers, skills. Those are my favorite kind of things to draw. But they're also very important to know how to draw them. Like, if you draw a rock, how do you draw a rock? That's a difficult question. Because you can approach drawing a rock in different ways. To improve upon your drawing, that is the idea. You want to know how to draw a good looking rock. You can draw a rock easily. You just, draw a sort of circle and then put some texture on it, and then it's a rock. But if you truly want to know how to draw a rock, you should do, you need to put more effort into it. And you need to find out, like, what does make this rock a rock? And then, you ask your big questions about how do I make a rock proper looking? But yeah, that's all, you know, texture side. That's all in the textures, if I believe so myself. So yeah, let's see. Now we have this done. Now we can actually go to the next one. Nice. All right. There we go. Back again. Zoomed in. Remove the little hair again. It's so annoying that, you know, such things exist. But yeah, little hairs always are everywhere, especially if you went to the barber. It's like, they're everywhere. Gladly they are not in my soup or in my drink or whatever. But yeah, it's annoying. But it happens. If you go to the barber, it always happens that you have like this millions of little hairs just laying around somewhere, and you don't know where it came from. So yeah, just work with your art style, improve upon it, find ways to do it, and then, you know, get to it. For instance, how do you say this one? This one is a difficult one to tell. For instance, if you draw like, you know, if you draw the little things in a drawing, like a little bird, a little lizard, you can go really detailed on it. You don't have to, but you can, which creates this kind of feeling to it. What I always do is, how do you say this one? The style of puppet shadowing. There you go. So you have a puppet, and the puppet shadow is like 2D, right? That's the main idea with a puppet shadow presentation. So how most of my arts look is they are layered upon layered upon layered upon layered upon layered upon layered. The problem most likely with my art style is that they don't express emotions, so they don't have this emotion to it. Because of that, I need to fix that. I am learning how to get emotions into my drawing. It's a very difficult thing to do, especially with this kind of, you know, drawing thing, especially with this kind of drawing. The main issue I'm always facing is that the main issue I always face with these drawings is that most of the drawings cause me to, you know, be frustrated because of the, you know, I want to achieve something and then it doesn't happen, or I want to get to something and it doesn't happen. So how do I deal with it? I'm actually just, you know, saying like, all right, fine, you won't let me get to this point already, and I'm a little bit disappointed, but I understand that I don't have the experience yet to get to this kind of, you know, effect. This is why it's important for me to teach myself how to do it. That's why it's important for me to learn how to draw properly. Draw with emotions. Draw with, you know, not draw with emotions. Draw the emotions on the paper. Get certain types of feels to it. And eventually, you know, it will work. Of course it will work. And yeah, I will get this done. I will get my drawing properly done. It just takes a lot of time. It is very important for me to just, you know, accept that I am not yet ready to do something. That is important. Yeah, if I don't accept that I'm not ready for, you know, drawing this or that, I need to learn my own, you know, need to learn all my own, how do you say? Words. I need to learn how to draw my own line. That's the idea. Like, I need to learn where my drawing is and how far away it is from certain things. I'm terrible at that. I am terrible at predicting where my skill level is and what other people expect me to have. The only way, the good thing though is I am like a very good person when it comes to uh, not fiddling inventing new ways. Yes, inventing new ways. New ways to solve a problem, new ways to invent, new ways to use my art style, even though it's not fully suited yet for the certain type of job it has been given, to work around with it. So yeah, I'm a very smart person when it comes to that, but eventually I need to get to that point. Therefore, that's why I'm learning. I am learning how to get that emotion there. I am learning how to draw humans. I'm learning how to draw, you know, simple stuff. Simple stuff. Well, it's not simple, it's actually quite difficult, but just simple things like emotions, happiness, joy, whatever, you can show in a facial recognition. I need to learn how to draw that. Why? Because it's important for me to draw. It's important for me to draw it in my drawings, so that eventually, everybody knows how to draw it. Well, I know how to draw it. Then that's the idea. Like I need to learn it, so therefore I need to learn how to draw it. Of course, this takes time. Yes, truly, it takes time. It takes fucking ridiculous amount of time because it takes a long time to get from point A to point B. And point A and point B are totally different. Therefore, the amount of stuff I need to learn is also different. Maybe the next day I need to learn this, and then the next day I need to learn that. The only thing I need to learn is that I need to be motivated to do so. If I would not be motivated, I would not be able to get to it. And if I would not be able to get to it, I won't be able to learn it. So motivation is the key. So what does give me then the motivation to go on and on and on and on and on and on? It's not like, I'm drawing myself silly. No, totally not. I'm actually enjoying this. I really like this. This is just, me drawing casually the main thing, and that's just skills. I cannot go wrong with skills. That's a thing. And I'm just doing step by step. Baby steps, baby. Baby steps keep up the motivation. If you have a problem with something, you go for baby steps. Like for instance, I didn't find a real good way to get these tentacles to work properly. So what I'm doing now is drawing a texture on it that always works. So it's like a problem solving. I made sure that I have a texture that always works, and then I will add more stuff to the tentacles so that it looks more, better. It looks better than now. That's the idea. So what is the first thing I'm going to be doing with these tentacles? Well, probably I'm going to be giving it a color. Why would I do that? Well, to give them color, I can give them more realistic point of look. And if I give them color, that way the whole thing, the whole problem maybe dissolves by itself. And that makes me always happy. When a problem you get rid of by just, drawing, your bloody damn drawing on top of it. So if you solve your problem by coloring, that works. That actually works. Why does that work? Because I'm a heavy detail drawer most of the times. It means that if I put color into it, the effect gets there. So if I'm just drawing things and then you have this color effect on it, you get certain stuff done, and I'm very happy upon that. I am like the color does the color works, and then you get everything done by that part. But anyway, that's the thing. Oh wait, I need to double check something. Double check, checking. All right, nothing happening. All right, cool. Ah, thank God. Don't want to have a surprise visit. That's the least of my things that I want to do right now. But yeah, the amount of stuff I'm doing, the amount of the drawing that I'm doing, it all depends on the detail. If my details are correctly made, the drawing will look awesome when you put color into it, because then the shading of the texture actually affects the color, and that is most cases. So what does this mean? Well, this means that basic colors and basic shading will occur even though the shading has not been done yet fully. And therefore, this creates an effect. This effect is of course really helpful, because therefore, you create shaping. And because you create a shape into your drawing, therefore it looks way better. And that's the thing that I'm working on. I'm working on getting the shapes done. So, because texture is a very important thing in most cases, you should, by a long shot, you should be realizing that texture creates more than just texture. Texture creates detail, and the texture that you're using depends on what you want with it. If you want to have a scaly kind of skin to it, you want to work with that. And if you don't do that properly, you get these strange looking textures. So it's always important that you keep the consistency at a maximum with skills, because consistency is very important in skills, because if you don't do that constantly, you're gonna have a really strange looking outlook once you're done. And that is not what you wanted. You wanna have skills. You don't wanna have these strange looking tentacle octopus skills. You don't want that. If you want to have a full skilled lizard, you are going for skills. You're not gonna go for something else than skills, because that is the whole purpose of it. You want to make it look like a skilled person, or well, skilled creature. This is a creature, not a person. Well, technically it's a person, but it's not a person at all. It's an abomination. So yeah, that's the idea. But to get to that point, we want to make sure that we have it. So how do we make this whole damn thing look like, I don't know. What do we want to make this look like? What do we want to have this creature look like? Well, according to the story, this creature is demonic possessed. Yeah. So how do we implement that? Well, of course, we're gonna go for a skin color. Yes, true. If we're gonna go for a skin color, that would cause. If we're gonna go for a strange skin color pattern, that would already cause a lot of things to happen and occur. So after this, we should then, focus on getting the effects on it. So what does a demon cause, a body to change? Well, if you're using too much demonic power, well, the body changes to the demon aspect of it. Which is true. Of course, that's the idea. So we're gonna look forward to get to that point. Since that this thing is demonic possessed, that means that we need to establish certain rules. We need to establish certain things that, you know, happen. So, to figure out what we want with this drawing, of course this drawing, yes, this drawing itself, how do we implement where is the demon, and where can we find him? Of course, we could say like, well, these tentacles, you know, these tentacles could be, you know, a leading form towards the demonic aspect of it. Yes, true. But then we need to realize, like, what kind of demon was this demon that was possessing this creature? Well, there you go. There we have an important question. So, because this creature is demonic possessed, we need to find out what kind of demonic creature is this then? Well, according to the law I wrote down when I was a kid, and I'm still working on the book itself, it was a chaotic entity that was possessed that was put into a sword. This chaotic entity is like, not like corruption, more like inner rage. Yes. So it's a beefy demon. It's a very strong, powerful demon that, you know, wrecks things and all that stuff. So it's a demon that looks like a big giant brute. Now that's the demon. Oh, well, how do we implement this brute-like abomination of a creature? That's the main idea. So how do we do that? Well, first things first, we're gonna make sure that, you know, the hands look the hands of this creature look different than the body. Well, the hands look normal, but, you know, the claws look different. The claws look, instead of, you know, this brownish or blackish nails, you have like these how do you say, these red on fire kind of hands. Yes. So that could be a cool thing, you know, just, you know, on fire, getting stuff done, and then that would work. So this creature possesses a fire capability. Yes, it does. But it also possesses torment. Because you know, this is like a stationary creature. This is a stationary pose, and it is not one with action. I cannot show you the ability, but normally this creature would be able to you know, summon pillars of stone spikes from the ground that impale foes, so they were unable to move. And then, you know, you move closer and closer towards them, and then, you know, you beat the living shit out of them. These stone-like roots would be able to grapple someone, so there is no escape. That would be suitable because, you know, you're a brute. You want to make sure that you don't want to have your opponent running away from you. Oh hell no, that's unfair. So yeah, the brute itself has this ability. Therefore, this creature has the ability. The bad news is, though, he has a weakness. Oh no, what a weakness? What is the weakness? Well, sunlight. This guy cannot fight. This guy is weakened in sunlight. Therefore, you know, it's very important that this person does not fight in sunlight. So most of the raids and most of the times, this guy actually spends his time in the castle, just doing nothing, while bossing around the other people. Him himself, so the creature itself has a specialty. So he has a class. The creature itself is a mage. So What kind of mage? Well, apparently this creature actually possessed the ability of necromancy. And because the demon is inside of him, that means that he is actually empowered by it. Therefore, his powers are amplified. So necromancy works really well. Normally you would only summon bones and skeletons. Well, too bad for you, you summon actually real living creatures back to life under your command. Willing or otherwise, depends on what you want. In exchange though, if a creature then is fallen, the demon absorbs their soul, unless they have proven themselves worthy of combat. So yeah, the demon itself has a benefit upon this power. Therefore, the demon gets fed by souls. These souls are stored or used, depends on what kind of strength they own. Therefore, you have a lovely look at that. That looks nice. Alright, awesome. So we're almost there, right? We're almost there. Yep. We're almost there. Oh, what about? Alright. So yeah. The creature itself is important. The demon inside of him is important, and then we need to represent that. How do we represent that? Well, this guy is a stone calculated killer, so therefore we need to keep. He's an authoritative figure, so therefore we need to show that as well in his clothing, in most of the cases. But if he gets struck, the beast within him will take hold. Therefore, he has anger issues. Not anger issues like anger issues, I mean like totally going in bad nuts and go on a murder spree, but yeah, that kind of anger issues he also has. And then it doesn't matter if it's friend or foe, especially in the battlefield. That doesn't matter. After all, necromancy works. So yeah, that's the idea, and that's the idea that I'm gonna be working with. Of course, this effect on the draw. This of course does not affect the drawing right now because I'm not yet done. What I'm gonna be going for, it's already this kind of look. This look already gives the effect of, well, that there is something. Yeah. So now, so if we want to give this creature a demonic kind of presence, we should do that in the easiest way possible. Markings. Definitely markings. Markings and coloration differences. So, well, what do markings do? Well, markings are actually quite cool. They are shown on the skin, therefore, there are symbols on the skin. So, they will glow red, for instance, because, demon, red demon, strength demon. I think, red is a cool effect. This is also where the power is channeled in. So, if you see a person with markings like symbols on his hand or symbols on the fingers, symbols on the body, that kind of effect is quite cool. Also, that makes this creature really better looking because we're gonna put markings on this, and then you can see like, oh well, there are markings on this creature. That explains why this and this and this is happening, or that and that and that is happening. Of course, that is important. So yeah, uh, it's a thing that I need to learn. I need to learn how to draw things. I need to learn how to show emotions or things, because now it's not yet fully emotions. Now it's just, this. But once we're done with, once we're done with the whole damn thing, this I already looks like, oh my god, you didn't do it. And then, once we're gonna get like here and we're gonna get smoke out of his nose, for instance, or, you know, giving his hand, like, a burning desire to burn somebody. So, you see this hand and then you see blood coming out of his nails because he's putting them into his skin itself. And then, you see this blood dripping away. Well, his hand is on fire. Maybe that's like, the thing I want to show. Like, this guy has no fucking, this guy is, well, pissed. That's the that's the thing that I want to show. It's just taking a long time before I will be able to do it, but I will be able to do it, nonetheless. Of course, of course this does create difficulty because, well, it is indeed a very difficult thing I need to draw, because there's a lot of stuff we need to do before we are able to get the full picture. There's a lot of stuff, and all that stuff needs to be done. And before we can do that, we need to get the tiny things done. Of course, the tiny things don't show the full picture, and that's the problem, because you're missing stuff. That sometimes demotivates you to do any other progress because it looks stupid, or it looks silly, like, what? Why does this look like this? And then, you see it and then it's like, oh my god, this looks horrible, or this looks bad. And then once you add some color or shading to it, it's like, boom, instantly better. And, well, that's the thing. I must say myself, I'm very happy upon it, and I'm very happy upon all the stuff I'm doing. So yeah, only 44 minutes in. Oh, then, that's good job. Good job, May. I'm making progress. Woohoo! That means that, I'm doing a pretty good job. If we already have now done, like, we're almost halfway there up on this spot. So yeah, I believe that tomorrow we will be able to get to the important bits. So we're gonna draw symbols, or we're gonna draw, more skills, because apparently skills are the most important thing, and then we can go for symbols on the skin. We could even go for something way more cooler. We can actually go for something like, I don't know, we can go for like this cracked skin, like this fiery cracked skin on his face, or on his body, or on everything. So his body is actually, getting unable to hold itself together because of the demonic influence inside of him, which of course turns its body into literally fire. So he's actually burning up from inside out. That would be cool. That would be a real cool effect. Of course, this guy is getting stopped. This guy is getting murdered to the max. Why is this evil creature getting murdered? Well, apparently, he caused unwanted attention to, the region that he is controlling. And in the story, that region gets major problems. And I mean major problems. So, of course, that picks up attention from other people, and they are like, wait a minute, something is going on here. Allow me to investigate. And then, they investigate and they realize, like, what the hell what kind of shit show I just went into? And then, boom, that happens. He eventually gets, he eventually loses, and, well, gets struck. And the demonic influence is gone, and he got fucking murdered. The end. So yeah, this guy is getting wrecked. This guy is getting wrecked by heroic people. Oh, oh, what? Heroic people beat this guy? Yeah, they beat him. They beat this guy because that's how heroic people work. They beat the bad guys. I think that's the way to do it. It's either murder or convert, but this guy is unredeemable. He already has shown too much murder, and of course a lot of people realize what he did afterwards. So yeah, so the influence of him is loosened, and then everything goes to smithereens. And because undead are very weak to holy magic, it's like almost pathetic. Yeah, the whole damn army collapses into the ground, and he won't be able to do that stuff because the demon is defeated. That means that all the souls are free, which means that, well, all the souls that were inside of the undead bodies are also free because they were tied to the demon. So yeah, all those super zombies are actually turned into normal zombies, and then they just get wrecked. They just went up in flames, like poof, gone, because they are weak. They're actually pathetic. The only way why he was winning was because of the demonic influence. His strength was the influence of the demon. His weakness is that, well, once you find out how to defeat the demon, you lose. Well, he loses, not you. And that's actually quite fun. You can actually have something like that happening. If a demon is like that, if a demon has a problem with such an influence, it's quite fun to see that such effects are actually quite cool, because who doesn't see that if a demon has no influence anymore, the person inside of him either dies or everything he builds for gets destroyed. And yeah, that's how you collapse a whole civilization built on death. You just target the person that is responsible for it, and then you finish him off by careful planning and careful tactics. And that's what they did. So yeah, I really like how this drawing is going to be turning out. It just takes a long time before I will be able to get this thing fully done, but I'm not complaining at all. It might not look great now, but hold your horses, it will be eventually. And that's the idea. We just need to keep on thinking that it will be great. Well, not keep on thinking. I think it's more like all the stuff that needs to be done, it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, now let's see. So all this stuff, all these things, all these drawings, they do have a story behind them. Don't get me wrong, they always have. It's just they might not have too much emotions about them. That's because of all the stuff I did. Anyway, all right, we're almost halfway there. That's great. That's actually quite great. So yeah, let's get started on this then. Right. I need to zoom in on this one, and then I need to change up the direction again. And then, isn't it? Yeah, probably. It's quite insane how much stuff I need to do. It's like, oh no, I need to do this texture, I need to do that texture, but then, you know, you realize like, well, if you didn't do the textures, it would look silly. And that's the whole damn spirit about it. It's like, you want to do textures? Yes, you should do textures because it's important. But the main issue is that the textures that you use need to represent the stuff that you do. So if I'm going for this kind of textures on the next drawing, for instance, if I would have done a different creation and I would have used the same kind of textures. So if I would use, I don't know, a knight, for instance, and I would have used the same kind of way of doing things. I definitely could. I could actually go for heavy textures and then, you know, light textures in the parts that need to be. And that, you know, hopefully, you know, that combining those things together will cause me to learn how to do proper, you know, drawings. It just, you know, it sometimes is difficult for me to work with certain types of textures, work with certain types of things like, you know, how do you say that one? Because this is all, you know, just casually drawing skills. It's not that difficult yet. The difficult part is going to be the implementation on, you know, rune marks and all that stuff, like getting this charcoal kind of appearance on it. So, you know, red with black. So the like glowing hot. Which of course, you know, when this creature gets mad, it glows fully red and then bright red with flames. That's the idea. That's the idea of this creature. This creature loses his well, you know, is how do you say that? This is like the Hulk, but then less Hulk, more Berserk, not Hulk. So no, this creature goes mad once you know he gets defeated, and that's the idea. If you outplay this creature, you lose, or well, you win. He loses, and that happens exactly in the story. He gets outplayed, and then, you know, because of certain events happening, things don't go well for the rest of his people. They all die. Why? Because, you know, they were under the influence of, you know, this man, and well, this man was not nice. No. This man was actually a very murderous person. And that's the funny thing. I actually want to, you know, get other, you know, shots, other drawing shots of this thing, and then, you know, hopefully I will be able to draw other positions, other emotions, other things towards it. And that's the main idea here. I want to get all the stuff done. I want like to have like this, how do you say that? I need to get a picture done. I need to get a picture here to get that thing up and running. Scrolling up. So open this. Thank you. Yep. All right. I want this. Of course, not like this. I want this. to be not like this, but I want, you get the point. I want to be able to draw a certain character in different positions, in different poses, with different emotions tied to it. And that's the idea, that's my main goal towards this. Also, I want to improve upon my old drawing, and this is a very old drawing, like 15 years ago or 5 years ago, I don't know, I lost count upon drawing. This thing I did, this creature I made was back when I was at high school, so yeah, that is a long time ago for me. And, well, you know, this creature was actually quite cool. It was one of my favorite kind of creatures. I really liked the story about it and all that stuff. But of course, you know, I never wrote down the story. Now I'm doing it. But holy hell, it's difficult to write. Especially a proper story. Why do I have a fucking hair in my mouth? Ugh. That never works. Anyway, so yeah, that's the idea. I want to improve upon this drawing and then, you know, eventually get everything done. So different poses, different ways, you know, maybe even a fighting scene. That would be awesome. Instead of, you know, just casual pose. I don't want to have like all the time, I don't want to have these casual poses. I just also want to learn how to draw emotions, and then maybe a fighting scene would be nice if I learn how to do that as well. Probably I know how to do that, but but it takes some time. And you know, that's where the morning is for. You know, you learn stuff. You learn new stuff, you learn old stuff, and then, you know, you combine them both to get a great result. I guess that's how you do it. Don't know if that is how you do it, but it's the way I do it, at least. Also, it's quite unfair that, you know, I was on time, and then, you know, YouTube decided like, no, it's 10 o'clock, you cannot stream at 10 o'clock exactly. So yeah, I needed to put it on 10:05. That's why I was like, you know, screw you, I will start at 10. So yeah, 5 minutes already busy. Even though, you know, the notification will say no. But yeah, it's good that I forgot to put the mic on, didn't I? No, I did not. Hopefully, I just 1 sec. And then, you know, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Oh, yes. All right. No mistakes. I definitely did not make no mistakes here. All right, good. I was almost thinking that I was, you know, not be able to speak. I was not be able to speak. That was because I actually used a different program to make a clip, and I still need to edit that clip. And yeah, that's why I cancelled the mic out. But thankfully, I'm using a different program. Thankfully, I'm using the other program and not that one. Oh man, this is some spooky business. I almost had a heart attack right now. Anyway, where was I? Drawing. Yes, there you go. Going back to drawing. So yeah, I learned a lot already, and you know, I'm never too old to learn. And learning how to draw is one of those things. I even have a book about it. I even have a book about how to draw things, which is quite cool. It's like an old-fashioned book of how to draw stuff, and then, you know, they show you the draw steps, and then it's like in a comedic fashion, and it's like, here you have normal, you know, simple drawing of a dog, and then instantly after 2 or 3 steps, it looks like an insane amount of work done in one go. It's like, ha, all right, thanks. So yeah, you have like this how to draw, and then you have a simple circle, and then instantly it's a chicken. Yeah. But yeah, that is most of the cases of the drawing. So it is not a very It's a good book. It's just not fully reliable to get drawings correctly. Ah, what would you expect? What would you expect? What would you expect? What would you expect from such a drawing book, anyway? I just almost panicked. Almost. Did not panic. Almost panicked. So yeah, just me drawing stuff. And that's important. Me just drawing stuff. Getting the poses correctly, getting all the stuff correctly, getting the skills correctly. And this will be like, you know, the example on how I'm gonna be drawing it. So this is like the main thing that I'm gonna be using. And then I'm gonna be using it to represent more emotions. So I'm gonna use this as a base, and then, you know, use the base to create a new or better stuff or better poses to get more stuff done. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Anyhow, all right. It's quite cool that you know, I make mistakes, and oh boy, I'm good at making mistakes, that's for sure. Well, at least now I know that I'm human, because you know, mistakes are meant to be human. Everybody makes mistakes, and if you make a mistake and you take the risk, you know, sometimes the risk is terribly calculated, and it backfires on you big time. Well, you know, that always happens, but it doesn't always happen all the time. I mean, really, if I would have been able to do this multiple times and be able to draw properly, things would have things would have been better for me most of the times. I'm a terrible person when it comes to calculations, because I am like, oh well, I will do this, and then 10 minutes later I have instantly regrets. Ah, yes. But I never had regrets buying stuff. Definitely not. I always know what I buy, and I always know what I get. And that's good. That means that, you know, I'm quite good with money. I never expend any single dime on anything, unless I want it. Then I will buy it. But if it is unnecessary, then most of the times I will say no. Because, you know, I also have goals. I also have goals in life that I want to exceed on. You know, I want to buy a house. Well, how expensive is a house? Well, a house is very expensive. The worst thing is you cannot even, you know, buy a house if you don't have a stable job. You don't even can be able to buy a house. You need to do it with the rented ones. But the rented ones are worse. The rented ones are actually not good to use. They are very problematic. They're very problematic because of the amount of stuff that's going on right now in my country. The renting houses are too expensive. They're too expensive for normal people to live in. What? What do you mean? Well, if you have like, I don't know, if you have €2,000, if you have $2,000 to work with, all right, $2,000 to work with every month, you expend 200 of it for food. Then you need to have 200 for the car. Then you have another 200 for air, for electricity and gas and water. So you would be then, you know, already almost 1,000 short. All right, you have already spent $1,000 on food, water and electricity, and, well, you know, your car. Then $100 also goes to the internet. because you also need to have you also need to you also want to be online, or you want to have a telephone conversation. And then $60 also goes to your telephone, because you have like this new iPhone 7, or well, iPhone 12 to buy. So you have like this big giant expensive model that you need to pay off. So you need to do that. So, well, you have only $700 left. Well, look at that. That's exactly the amount of money you're gonna spend on renting. Alright, cool. So you could technically live, alright, with the expenses. Yes, technically. But what if your television breaks down? You ain't have no money. The expenses that, the amount of stuff that happens, so your expenses are not, they are spent, so you don't have spare money to play around with. So if something breaks down, you're screwed. And it's not that you're gonna throw away a car. Hell no, that's stupid. You're not also gonna be throwing away your telephone, because you need to pay it off. So you're stuck with a broken television in your house and still paying the rent. All right, well, that sucks. And then, worse comes to worse, the person that rents your house, the person that is the landowner of the house, can raise your fucking taxes upon it. So he can, every single year, he can raise it by 1%. Alright? So first it's $700. Then it's $701 or $707. Wait a minute. Yes, indeed. So eventually you won't be able to pay your house anymore. And because you're unable to pay your house, it means that, well, look at that. You're unable to pay your house. That means that you are, well, in debt. Yes, indeed. And that's the most cases nowadays in my country. It's like, because of all the stuff that's going on, you're like, hi, you cannot pay this house. You can also not buy a house. Well, too bad. What you gonna do now? And then it's like, I don't know. So yeah, people that are renting can no longer afford it, or they can no longer afford new stuff. So then you actually need to lower down either your expenses, like not having a car, but you need your car for work, so it doesn't work, so therefore you're stuck. And that really sucks. So yeah, after that was actually on the television last night, I believe. So they were talking about all the expensive, the problematical issue of the country. Like, well, you can buy a house, but you cannot buy a house if you are in debt, or if you don't have a stable job. So if you are a person that always goes from one place to another without a contract without a permanent contract, well, you cannot buy a house, because you cannot lend money from the banks. So that's the problem. And because you cannot lend money from banks, you are unable to pay off. And that is quite annoying, I'll tell you that. And yes, most of the cases here are, casual me. And that's why I not have yet a house, because I am waiting to get my stuff. I'm waiting to get enough money to buy the house itself, without lending it, because I don't have a stable job, therefore, because I don't have a stable job, therefore I know I cannot get in contact with a loan, therefore I need to wait for the loan, therefore I need to make myself, I need I need to stack up the money until I have it. Which takes probably 8 years. 8 fucking years. Yeah. 8 years of doing absolutely nothing, waiting for it to buy a house. That's a long time for doing. That's a long time waiting for a bloody damn house to be there. But yeah, shamefully, there are no new rules are coming in because of all the stuff I need. It's quite funny, when you meet some people and they are like, yeah, I'm renting a house. How much do you pay for it? Well, I pay 1,800 for it. It's like, what? Yeah, apparently, some prices are even more ridiculous than I just named. So it's not only even 700. No, that's the starter's money. Some rent houses are 1,000 a month. 1,000 a month. Could you imagine it? Working for 2,000 a year, 2,000 a day, or 2,000 a month, and then you need to pay half your money already on the taxes on the rent of the house you're living in. Oh, the half of it. Holy shit, that's just mean. That's like, don't mind if I just steal your bloody damn income. And then, oh no, you have 1,000 left. What you gonna do with it? Well, it's not like I can buy a furniture with it because I need to pay my car. I need to pay my electricity. I need to pay my internet. I need to pay my phone. Oh wait, I don't have money no more. What? Yeah, that's how it works, people. That's how it works. That's evil. And then the worst thing is, every single year that you're living in that house, the price is gonna go up, 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 and then you need to move out, which is also expensive because moving out causes a lot of problems. Property damage. You need to hire some people to move your things because maybe you don't have a good car to put everything in it, and well, that is also expensive. So yeah, the worst thing is, for instance, on me, I wanna find a cheap renting house. All right, I wanna find a cheap renting house. If I find one, it's instantly gone. What? What do you mean it's instantly gone? Yes, it's instantly gone because other people have higher priority than me. Other people, like people that are pregnant or people that are immigrants, do have higher priority than the casual old me, and that sucks sometimes. It really sucks when you're waiting for almost 3 years already for a house to be there, and there is no house. So you're just living you're just living with your parents just to wait for the moment to arrive. It's not hard to wait, but it still sucks. Because, you don't have privacy. Well, you do have privacy, but you don't have privacy that good. It's like, you're waiting for stuff to happen and it's just, ugh. So yeah, that's the thing. I am really busy with this. Also, let's take a look at it. Whoa, only 40 minutes in. Whoa, easy. 40 minutes of an hour. Nice. We're already 40 minutes in. I just talked about renting a bloody damn house that you cannot afford because you're either you don't have enough money to pay it or you're too poor to pay it. And both ways work. So yeah, let's take a look. So, hold on. Wah, 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 wah. All right, cool. So yeah, now we can take a look at this. Boom, baby, that looks already gorgeous. I like it. I must say, this is actually not bad. No, it is not. That actually looks quite cool. especially if I combine it with the other layer down. Nice, 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 nice. All right. Yeah. I need to get my hands a little bit loosened. All right, and so let's get to it. So now I need to get this done. So I need to get this part over here done. So this one, and then this one, and then we're done. I'm doing work right now. I'm doing heavy work. I'm doing heavy lifting, and that's only done in 2 hours. So all this detail is done in 2 freaking hours, and I'm happy. If you didn't notice, because technically this is a record. Remember back in the day when I was able to draw a texture and then be able to do it in 1 hour? Oh, that was hard times. Whew. And now I can do it in 2 hours. I can do it in easier than an hour. I can draw textures in an hour, yes. But have you seen how much texture I've done in an hour? That's a lot. That's almost all of it in an hour and 40 minutes. So I must say myself, I'm very impressed upon myself. I will put myself a pat on the back. There you go. Good job, me. Ah, thank you, me. So what did you do today, me? Well, I did a lot, me. Thank you, me. So yeah, I did a lot of work. Back in the day, you know, when the days were scared. So yeah, I'm getting used to it. I'm getting better at it, and because I'm getting better at it, it improves my spirit. It improves my knowledge upon it. I am very happy how far I'm already at and how much stuff we actually completed. And that makes me happy. Honestly, it makes me so happy that, you know, all of this stuff, all of this great stuff is happening. That I'm actually improving upon my own self, upon my own drawings, and see how far I'm already at. It makes me really happy that, you know, it maybe doesn't look like, you know, a lot is happening. Like, you know, if I just draw a doodly face like this and be like, oh no, yeah, help me, I am scared. Ah, you see, this guy is scary, and he's like, oh no, and then his hair's, you know, this, and then, you know, some hair's falling off, like, ah no, this is scary, you know, that is a drawing of yesterday. I am increasing upon my powers of getting better at it and faster at it. Yeah. That's what you need, motivation. You need to be self-determined to be the very best, like no one ever was. Drawing is my real quest, so the training will be caused. Yeah, training is the thing that I wanted to cause. I don't know. I am very vague with that thing. I am terrible at getting good at it. But yeah, I am very happy how far I already am. It is a very good, drawing that I did. And getting better at drawing is like getting better at math. Yeah, I guess so. I guess learning how to do math is the same as learning how to draw. Getting better at it, getting quicker at it, making sure that everything works fine, and getting things done quicker is a very good thing. So yeah, I'm very happy upon it. So yeah, the main idea here is that, you know, I am a very nice Well, this is very nice. Yeah, very nice. So yeah, the amount of drawings I'd be able to do, or well, the quicker I'm getting at it, I'm getting used to it, getting faster at it, getting better at it, all that stuff is all because I learned how to do it. And I learned how to do a pattern, and then I'm like, huh, I like to do this pattern again and again and again and again and again until you find out how to do it properly. And then tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, tomorrow we will be able to finally start with the texture on the skin itself, or we can start with the spikes on the back. Choices, choices indeed. Lovely. So yeah, early days are the best days because I might be a very early bird, but I'm a very nice bird. I'm a very nice bird when it comes to able to acquire knowledge. Like, these Odin birds that, normally were collecting the knowledge of all men. And then, all the knowledge of the world was collected by Odin. But yeah, that's the thing. I really like how far I am and how much I do. And I'm very happy that, this is now here. So, what I'm gonna be doing here is very easy. I'm gonna be, how do you say? I'm gonna be doing my very best upon getting better at it. So yeah, let's see. So, these skills, these lovely little things, they are a real pain in the ass to draw sometimes. Because, you have thick skills, you have thin skills, you have tiny skills, you have no skills, and, you need to have like this mishmash, mushmash, bourgeois thing of skills needed to get to it. And that's the idea. So I'm very happy upon how the result is already am. And I'm very happy upon how much we already did and how far I already am on getting to it. And look how much stuff I've already done. It's so fucking amazing that in 2 hours I am able to get the whole damn structure of texture done. Well, back in the day, I remember back in the day, fucking Mothra Project. Yeah, I'm looking at you piece of shit. No offense to the Mothra Project, it looks pretty, but holy hell, stupid piece of shit feathers. Those things, like a big giant wing pod, takes like 2 or 3 episodes to complete. That's how slow I was in the beginning. Alright? And this is how fast I am now. In 2 hours. So that's in 2 episodes. Instead of 3, in 2 episodes, I'm done. You see, that's the smartness. That's the improvement that causes me to be very happy upon it. It is like, oh, woo, and I'd be like, wow, I did it. But yeah, that makes me really happy upon how much stuff actually went down, or how it went down. So yeah, it's all, it's all part of what I do. I'm a very happy person when it comes to these things, and I'm very happy upon getting the things that I want to. So, how much stuff do I want to do? That's the question. What do I want to do with it? Where do I want to have it? And I know, like, I only need to do 2 more tentacles and then I'm done. Well, they're not tentacles, they're more like dreadlock things. I don't know. Predator looking dreadlocks. I don't know. They look like it. Probably not gonna be looking like it once I'm done, but they look like it now. Blah. So yeah. This is such a dickish play. This is a really nasty one to do. It's always very important once you're when things are long and long. I mean, like long. It always takes a long time before I'm able to get to the end. That's always the difficulty. Like, you drew the line and now it's like, oh, it's long. How can I ever do this? And then you're looking at it like, ah, well, that just takes a long time to get to it. Which I don't mind, really. It's just, you know, a little bit problematic sometimes. So yeah. Also today, today it is Tuesday. Today it's Dinsdag, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. Um, Today is actually one of those days that, you know, my job coach is coming again. So we're gonna look at jobs. Yes, very big jobs. So let's hope I can finally find a job. Jeez Louise, it's so annoying if I'm not able to do a job. Let's hope I will find one. Probably I have my hopes up not, but you know. If I finally find a job that works and that gives me more money than, you know, that I'm now currently owning, then don't mind if I do. Because I want to have a job. I want to have a job that earns me more money than I have now. And once I have that, I'm a very happy man. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy then. Well, not that, but I have then money to spend, which I'm not going to be spending because I want to buy a house. Therefore, I need to, you know, keep it. But yeah, I will have additional, what is it, 2,000 or something? Well, additional 1,000, I believe then. If I find a job, that is. I will have more money in my pocket. And that will be good because, you know, I will get under the people. I will meet new people. I will meet new people that I like. Hopefully. And it's gonna be a great thing. Hopefully those people are, you know, like-minded, like me. And not that bloody damn hive-mind, of course, but like-minded, not hive-minded. Like-minded means that they know they have the same interest in me. That means like, you want to talk about dinosaurs? That is like, that's like like-minded. Like, and they will say, yes, I love dinosaurs. Hive-minded is, you must talk about dinosaurs. Yes, great, general. Yeah, that's hive-minded. You control the minds, meh, like bees do with their pheromones. The bees, yes, the bees, the Bee Gees. That's actually quite funny. The Bee Gees. It's quite funny when you spell it out. The Bee Gees. That's a good bee joke. Ha ha ha. Ah, there you go. There is my bad humor. Oh man. Ain't that beatastic? Ah. Alright, I will quit. I will quit now. We're talking about bee jokes. It's a... Oh no. No, I'm now silly. No. Damn me. The bee jokes are buzzing in my ear. Ah, there you go. That's the last one. Jeez. I know it's bad, alright. I know it's so terrible joke. It's like oh, and then be like, oh no, it's a fantastic joke. Yeah, totally. Anyhow, so yeah, today I'm hopefully I will have a nice conversation again with some cup of coffee with me, and then you know get things up and running. Probably gonna be talking about stuff again, talking about all the stuff our friend wants and what the job coach wants, and then hopefully I'll get a job. Ugh. Of course, you know, getting a job is more than just, you know, find me job and then give me job. No, that's not how jobs work, sadly. I wish it would work like that, because then I would have been done way quicker, but no, sadly not. Jobs, you need to be personal and talking to them, and then they will tell you like, oh, ah, and then be like, ooh, ooh. So yeah. Anyway, so how to do this? I have no idea. Anyway, this is a lot of stuff I need to work around with. Holy hell. Anyway, do do do. Let's see how late. Oh, 30 minutes. Oh, I can do this. I have fully faith in myself. I can do this. Even though I don't, but I have faith in it because it is less big, so it should be fine. We should be able to finish this in 2 episodes. Come on. Let's have a montage, you know, like this you know, fitness montage, but then be like, oh yeah, and then everything goes bad. Let's not have that. I want to have like a good training montage where I'm like, you know, showing you guys off like, oh, these muscles are working overtime, and then you realize like my muscles are all in the pen. It's like, whoa. Well, technically my muscles are really good. I'm actually working with my eyes instead of with my I'm not using my muscle memory to draw. I actually use my eye memory to draw. So it's like I can draw by looking at it. And that's cool. So if I want to draw something like a pattern, I need to remember the pattern in my eyes so that, you know, I can see it and then draw it over. Like for instance, like for instance this or this, that's the horn pattern that I need. Then you also have rock pattern, which is this, which is also very awesome. Then you have skin pattern, so that's a pattern also. And then you have skills, which is this. Oh yeah. And skills is far more cooler than skin, because skin is stupid. Alright. See, morning. Still happening. Gaping. That means I am a little bit low on energy. Oh no. Damn it. Yeah. Don't mind if my head is just, you know, turning sideways. We'll be over soon. I'm just looking through my, not through my glasses anymore, but yeah. This is happening now. Great. God freaking damn it, you piece of shit hat. Come on, get back. There you go. Ugh, blah, blah. Had to move my head a little bit upside down because holy hell. Yeah, hats are no fun to play around with, especially if they have an epileptic absence. I hate that when that happens. Epileptic absences are the worst, especially when I try to do something like this. Ugh. I'm just drawing a pattern and then instantly I got an epileptic absence. That's like, well, thank you. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I deserved. How dare you? I was busy getting my patterns correctly, and then you just showed up and said like, no, screw you. I will fucking screw your day over by letting you look sideways instead of normal ways. Ugh. Absences. Worst kind of epileptic effects ever. Well, epileptic seizures would be even worse, but yeah, thankfully I don't have those. They're no joke though. Also, that's one of the things that people don't want, you know. They don't want to have a person that has epileptic and has autism and is dyslexic. Yeah. If you ever find somebody who wants to be like, yeah, I want to hire you, that would be fine. That would be lovely. But no. Most of the employees will say, haha, yes, you have that. Well, don't call us back. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye. And then they run away like screaming. Yay, it is summer. My nose is back on the business of being drippy. Great. Also, I have that. I'm allergic to flowers. What are the odds? But yeah, this is what I do. I am actually working on this, and then hopefully, I will get better at it. And this is how fast I can work. Just 2 hours straight working on this project, and then say that it is actually quite fast, and I say yes, it is. Because this is how fast working works for me, at least. If I do work, then it makes work better. And then we can say, well, good job, me. And then I can put a pat on the back. But technically, since that we worked 2 hours on it and 4 hours, it's actually slower than the wing. But that's because I only work 1 hour a day. Yes, technically this is slower, but technically it's also faster. Yeah, this is a problem indeed. Alright, so technically I'm working slower than the Malfa project because it's actually 4 and the Malfa wing was 3, I believe. No, even longer because it was 2 different. I'm getting things confused. Oh no. Alright, so still this is faster. Yes, yes, definitely. In my vision it is. In my vision it is. As long as we don't go for a 6-hour mark, it is faster. So yeah, this is the great old-fashioned, drawing for your life. Well, not that, but lovely. My nose is almost clear. My nose is almost back to normal. But yeah, it happens sometimes, when you try to draw and then you realize like, yes, how lovely. And then you realize like, well, that's a thing. It's lovely how, how cool this is actually looking already. And I'm not even using anything. I'm just using, simple skills to represent the structure in the tentacles. Or well, how do you say that? Rasa? I don't know. Looks great though. Especially the ones I'm done with it. Like, putting this charcoal effect on it. Which of course is not now there. Which we're gonna be working on tomorrow. Or spikes. Spikes or that. I prefer spikes not to be there yet. I prefer first the molten effect. That would be way better. Because I can actually find out like how do I do that. Now look at that. Boom, baby. It's done. Oh yeah. Boosh da boo la boof. Alright, cool. That looks amazing. Alright, that looks fucking amazing. That's nice. That looks great. That looks awesome. Good job, me. Thank you. Alright, that looks awesome. That looks great. That looks awesome. And great. Alright, alright. Enough of this. So, let's take a look at it. That looks good. That looks great. That looks like a great texture indeed. And once we add some color to it, it should be even better. So if we add some color to this, for instance, yes, you can see already the effect on it happening. But yeah, we need to have like this dark. So if we just put this on, this already creates this effect, alright? This is just, casual color that works every single time. But yeah, this effect does create a cool effect, but we're gonna use a different color than this charcoal brown reddish. That's not gonna be happening. Anyway, I need to save this. So yeah, we're gonna be tomorrow. We're gonna be doing a cool looking effect on the skin. That's for sure. How did I do it correctly this time? Yes, I did. So I really like this. It's a good looking picture, definitely. If we take a zoom out, come on, zoom out, please. Thank you. If we take a zoom out on this, this already gives a better feeling to it than the other one before. All right, it looks way better. It looks far more accurate than the one we had before. This already gives me the feeling of, yeah, that is awesome. We could even add some more tentacles on the side. We can also even move tentacles here. But because we're having this, but then I need to figure out, like, do I want to have that? Do I want to have like this big giant head? Of course I need to lower it down a little bit afterwards. But yeah, this looks awesome. I like it. Of course, it's not yet fully done. It's not fully implemented correctly, so that's why I'm doing it. Anyway, that's it for today. I hope you all have enjoyed, and thanks all for watching. Until then, I wish you all a lovely day, and I hope I'll see you all next time. Until then, bye!